Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my sunflowers. How are you on this fine Sunday evening? I'm thinking it's about what, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So I'm going to make this brief because this is going to be a late dinner. We was thinking about having tacos. So that's what I'm going to go and round up and cook. You excited and hungry?
Yes.
It's starting to be a regular. It's one of my favorites. Well, anyway, enough of that. I hope you had a glorious day and I hope your evening is better. So anyway, I wanted to read on Will Smith. Only Will Smith and what's going on with him. He's just really been on my mind with the Jada and the book. And when Will did his book, it was a no combustion. And it just makes me want to know what's going on with him. How is he holding up? How does he feel about all this? How does he feel about Jada? What's going on with him? And the only way I could know, I gotta run cards. So, baby Crone, we're gonna run
Yes.
some cards, right? And
Yes.
see what's wrong with old Will, right? The cards has been thoroughly shuffled, but I'm going to shuffle them before you to let you see that there is no hanky-panky going on here. This is a 2-deck. So this is why they hard, but it's a 2-deck. They have been thoroughly shuffled, but you know how I am. So just so you know that they are shuffled, they are 2 decks. They are the before and the after. In other words, this is the deck here. These two are mixed. So this is the original deck, the white, and the other one this is what they were doing when they took the picture. It goes what was going on in the background, or what was they looking at when they took the picture. I hope that explains it, right, baby Crow?
Yes.
So that's one. They already been shuffled. Let's go with 2. And so this is actually,
Supposed to give a more complete story.
yeah, I'll give a more complete story. And not only that, I'll be reading from 4 decks. So I won't be just using 2 decks. I like stuff like this. I find it a challenge, and ta-da! Let's get some of these greens and mix these greens all up in here. How is that? Y'all see the button? So let's switch it out. Now you don't know what is in there. All right. All right, I think that's good, right? Okay. Let's break that in half. Oh, couldn't have broke it in a better way. All right. Now let's shuffle these. And this is the stack here is the before. This shows you when they took the picture, whatever they were looking at, this is what this card shows you. And this is what they were doing before they even took the picture. And this is what they were doing after everything was over. Before, during, and after. I think whoever thought, well, the lady who did this, I can't think of her name. It was a couple of people, I think. I think this is brilliant.
Yeah. It's almost like the cards are giving us a 3D perspective.
It's right. It's
of the
giving you
area.
what it does for me. It opens up your perspective in a big way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I want a green card, so I'm not cheating. I'm just put some to make them more balanced. Here we go. So anyway, I want to know what's going on with Will Smith. Was that a long shuffle?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I want to know what's going on with Will Smith. So let us lay out the cards. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to do a 4 because I'm only going to do 2 rows. 1, 2, 3. How about that? So we have 8 cards here. Yes? All right, so here we go. I need my glasses. So this is what I want to know. What's going on with Will? What's going on with Will? What I see here, first let me tell you what I see, what I have. I have Temperance. I have the 10 of Wands. I have the Two of Cups, and I have the Nine of Pentacles. I have the Ace of Swords. I have the Two of Swords. I have the Wheel of Fortune, and I have the Six of Pentacles. So looking at it, it looks like we have a strong variety of pentacles, and we have a cup, and we definitely have wood or fire. And we have two major arcanas. One major arcana is Temperance, and the other one is Wheel of Fortune. So when I'm looking at it, I'm looking at this from the past. So I see right now, when I'm looking at it, let me look at it from the future. What I do see is that I see Will is like the number 10 is really grudging, working. I don't know what he's working at. I don't know if he's working at his attitude. I don't know if he's working at the relationship. I don't know what it is, but it definitely seemed like this is a burden, and that whatever it is, he just wants to take it where it needs to go. You understand where, like, you know how you working and you just want to just get to the end of the day. You just want to finish your job. Well, this is what this looked like. It just looked like he's just like, I just want to get to the end of the job. However, here I see, but what did he leave? I see that him and his wife are separated. They talk, but you see there is no intimacy between them. They are like just looking at each other. You see that love, but the love is tilted. It's not the same. You see everything in it, but they are not together. As a matter of fact, you see in the card that she stands still, see, as he walked towards her. And that would just seem typical of their relationship. Also here, I see bountiful, plenty. I think that they like the way that they work together financially. It's something earthly. It's something material that they work well in. That this is what she doesn't want to let go. It's not money. It's not money. It's maybe the way that they allow each other to do their thing and not get jealous, in the way that they don't let it affect business or money. It's something with money, but it's something that is very lucrative, that they have business. And they good with it. He trusts her, with that. And under it, you see here, it is in you see a 6. I don't have my glasses, guys. I'm sorry. I should know these cards by heart. This is a 9. And you see the 9 just plentiful, but right under it, this is like in their future and in their future, but you see right under it, it's a giving, that they have it to give. You see that they pay their workers. It's no disrespect. Under the love relationship with them, when you look under the love, you see a separation, but under that, you have a major arcana. And this here is in their present, like that they talk. You see here, like, will they stay together? Will they get a divorce? It's like, it's up to them at this point. It's up to them. I guess it's up to her actually. And here you see again, and the same thing, since this is about Will, you see that it's a burden. Like, it's always a burden, but it seems like he's tough to it. It's like he's ready for it. It seems like when it comes down to it, it's like he's a child, like trying to deal with all of the noise. He's like a mature man dealing with this heavy, heavy load with his wife, but he's also numb to it like a child. He just fights when have to. Do that make sense what I'm trying to say? What do you think I'm saying, baby Crone?
So that makes me wonder, is Jada like, well, we've talked about this in the previous video, but is Jada dominant over Will, and that's why he maybe feels like a page?
Yeah, because here you see the 10, but you don't know if it's a man, woman, boy, or girl. Well, you assume because of the way the person is dressed, but all at the same time, right under you have the page, as if it's like up top is the wood, and you see that fire struggling, and in it you see his head buried, like a child with all these thoughts and all these things that he thinks and about his wife and all the chatter around him and all of that. You just see that it can be very distracting. But then when you look at, okay, what brings us here? It's like the balance. It's like there should be a new beginning, but it's opposition. It's like it's a new beginning, but it's opposition, like a barren land. How do you start a relationship? How do you bring it? How do you bring something dead alive? You understand? Well, this is where temperance come in. And that shows me that they have been this way for a while and they work it out. It's comfortable. You understand? Mm-hmm. Baby Crone, you have any questions?
Yes,
Did that make sense?
Mm-hmm. My question
But
is...
this is really about Will, so let's just keep it on Will.
Yes. Does Will love Jada?
Yes, but when I look at this card too, it also shows me that Will bury himself in work, or he'll bury his head in the sand because he doesn't want to deal with it, because he doesn't really know how. He done tried everything. However, what I just heard inside of me, Jada helped him deal with his darkness. She's good at that. You understand? She's a highly intellectual. So she's a healer spiritually. So she helped Will too. You understand? And the way that they run their marriage and listening, they don't strike me as enemies. So before I ask you, first I need to know, is Will and Jada enemies? Another Wheel of Fortune? No, it can't be, right? Your question was what?
Does Will love Jada?
Does Will love Jada? It's still the same. Does Will love Jada? Here we have an Ace of Pentacles with a beetle.
Something financial, or at least they gain something out of their physical connection together.
Yes. Could you stop that for a minute?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so as I was saying about this, is that when I see the Ace of Pentacles, I see that it is an offering, adjustment, a way of a new life, a way to start anew. It doesn't mean that the path is going to be easy. It's going to be tough, but it's available for you. You know what I mean? It's an adjustment period time. And it is a lucrative if you go the journey. And what I'm saying about Will is if he goes this journey, if he goes the way, it will pan out for him. It would work out good for him. Whether he stay or whether he go, he's going to be okay. And I think that it's a jagged path because he's been with her so long and they have kids. And even though their kids are older, it just seems to me they stay together so it could stay a root line for the kids. Why they stay together, I don't know. I just think it's a good thing. And I see that a lot of this is coming from Will. A lot of it he doesn't want to let go for various reasons. I guess what I'm getting is just not necessary. I mean, if Jada wants a divorce, she can have a divorce, but it isn't something that Will is going to do. It's like what I'm getting here is that he's coming towards her. It's like, I just don't believe in divorces. There is no reason for us to get divorced. We can work it out. And that's what I'm saying. I see the Wheel of Fortune. Is he in love with Jada? Every time I come up with something, it shows a woman. Here, it shows the Queen of Swords, meaning she's very strong, very dominant, she's what is it? Alpha female. She's an alpha female. And I think that is something about him that outside of a relationship, he loves her as a colleague, as a work person, but as a relationship, I think that she overpowers him. question?
Yes. So then does Will feel humiliated by Jada always talking?
What I see here is I see the 4. And when I think of the 4, I think of a balance. And when I see here, when you look at it, it just seems like they are really good. It's like their story ends, like when it goes off, because this is the end. This is what happens at the end. And what I see is like life goes on. This is just what we've been doing for years. It's like, I don't know why Jada have a need to do this, but this is just what we do. If she wants to leave, she leave. It looks good on the outside, but we keep a lot of our skeletons inside. It's Jada who lets out the skeletons.
Yes.
So what is Will saying? Will saying it is the appearance. No one's being hurt here. No one is forced to stay here. And I'm getting the impression that they stay on the compound together. So they all live in the same, like the Kardashians, but they have a big house that's probably sprawled all over the place from what I'm gathering. And from what I'm gathering, the mother may stay there. What are people stay in and out? And I think they live together. They just don't share the same space.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting. And so that's what I'm saying here when they show the house and they show that it's just like life goes on like always. Like she's in her thing, she does her. I don't see her, she don't see me. We check in on each other, whatever. I don't feel hatred. I feel like if he say, at least before all of this, it was like if he said, hey Jada, we gotta do this. It's like they come together and they do what they have to do. And are they putting on airs? They putting on airs for us, but no, they're not putting on airs because there is not hate and animosity. Although it might be with Jada that's deep down inside that she needs to deal with. But this reading is about Will. So does Will hold animosity? No, absolutely not. He's about family. It's about the family. And what I'm getting about this is like he wanted that happy family, the happy home, the happy wife. But I feel as though he feel like he failed at it. I feel like he feel like this is what I wanted. This was my dream, to have a happy wife, happy kids. But to the contrary, I don't have a happy wife and I don't have happy kids, but I feel like I know I did the best that I could do with the circumstances that I was given. Yeah, it was like out of nothing, I made something for my family. And although it's material, I gave them everything I had. And even though they may not appreciate the way that I did things, he said that I stood up and out of the tricks of the bag, I made life happen for them. Out of hocus pocus, billy bocus, he made life happen. And they live a very rich life, a very privileged life. And it wouldn't have been that way if it wasn't for Will. You have something else?
Yes, if Will could rewind time, would he? Yes.
Would he still marry? This is a positive or negative. The Pentacles of Swords came out again. So, no. But he says it like the sword, like out of fear, like not like fear, like I'm scared of her, like out of, let me show you. Like you see people in the background, like somebody asking them, it's like he's ready to strike. And whenever you see swords, it has to deal with mental and turmoil and thoughts and this and that. So it's something that he probably thought about. And the sword showed up. It's like, no, it's just too much work. It's just, it took his, I want to say little boy away, like the child in him. It stopped that child like he had to deal with so many deep things for the public and during the marriage that they tried. But I don't think that he wants I don't feel as though Will wants a divorce. No, temperance come out again. No, he feels as though he could work it out the way it is. It's like, it's fine. If it's working, why break it? Now, if it's working, she's in her thing, I'm in her thing. We here for each other if need be. She don't need me, I don't need her. But if she need me, I'm here for her. She is my wife, and she will always be my wife. And I'm hearing them saying, I don't understand why Jada said, why did he do that? She act like we don't communicate at all. Maybe that was during a time where they weren't talking, but I'm getting the impression that he felt like everything was pretty much okay. They just lived their lives. You have another question?
Yes, I have one last question, and of course, baby Crone got to start some trouble.
Okay.
Could Will Smith be a homosexual?
Well, here's the star. Now, when I think of, I don't want to say a homosexual, but according to the star, instead of saying a homosexual, can we say something to the effect of engaging in the lifestyle?
Okay.
Here, the black horse is supposed to be still, but here the black horse is moving. So we have the star, we have the black horse, and last we have the destitute one. Yes, I truly think that this is something, he's of old school, and I feel as though he feels as though if anything about his sexual pleasures, not pleasures, his sexual
Orientation?
orientation, or his sexual, the things that he do sexual, there's a word that I want to use, I can't get it out. He just always grew up that was personal. And he grew up with, and he feel as though Jada keep that. So it's like it's a give and a take, and it's like he at the point, is it worth it? Was it worth it? But he's moving forward. Is he gay? I don't want to say he's gay, but I am saying that it's been a struggle. Whatever he is, it has been a struggle. It's been a struggle by hoping, dreaming, balancing, acting like it don't exist, covering up, all of that. It's like, was it worth it? But a different time. In a different age. It wasn't like that back in the 90s or the early 21st century where you could come out like that. It wasn't. And he's of that. He's in his 50s. So he's coming from a whole different era. And is he humiliated? Is he humiliated? Yes, I do. Yes, he is. His past is haunting him. It keeps coming up because his wife won't let it go. Are you jealous or envious? Not jealous. Are you envious of Tupac? He's healing. There was a time he was very hurt over it. This reminds me of the three of swords. And it's like, yes, it caused me much hurt, much tears, much humiliation, but I'm getting over it. And do you have any regrets for your children? Most definitely, he says, I pray for them every day. He sees how they suffered and what they did. And he feels bad about it. He loves his kids. Are you ashamed of your life? Yes. He say he's not. But this shows otherwise. And it just seems to me, here is Jada coming and nourishing him and going to try to give him something to drink when she know he can't swallow. How are you going to swallow when she can't even pour it in his mouth without it going upside down? It's like an illusion. His marriage was like an illusion. And he said it wasn't always like that, but it was an up and down thing. But do he have regrets? I don't think, is it a regret feeling? No, here's a page again. So no, it's not, it's a page of cups. So it's not the regret. It's not regret. It is losing the zest of love, or that losing as a child the innocence of it all. It's that he regrets.
I have a question.
Okay.
Does Will, okay, yes. Are they in an open relationship?
That's a very good question. Are you and your wife in an open relationship? Here is the 10. And normally that means to me the relationship is done. Like done. She does what she want to do. It's like I'm not there to stop her. Like I got injured in battle. She can do what she want to do. It's just about respect. So by that 10 showing up, it shows me he's done. So yes, she could do what she want to do. But it's always about that respect. Yeah, see? It's like do what you want to do. It's like he's tired of fighting. He's like, I don't know how to please her. It's like she's delusional. He don't know how. I mean, that's what I'm getting. The devil shows up when you ask. It's like to me, it's like he doesn't know how anymore. It's like he done did everything. Well, why won't you divorce her? Just the hassle of it all. I guess cheaper to keep her. I guess it's not a bothersome. It's just better. It's just better. It's just easy without all the red tape. It's just easy. If she wants to go, can she go? He said, most definitely. Anytime. Nobody's holding her here. But I don't think he wants to foul. That's what I'm getting. I think it's more him.
And lastly, I would like to know, is Will seeing someone else?
Will, are you seeing someone? Yes, he is, but it's private.
Okay.
He's very private about his personal life. And it seems to me that this is why they don't communicate like, they do in a positive, because she doesn't want to know who he dates and who he sees and vice versa. So there are a lot alike like that. Yes, I do see it, but I definitely see that the relationship he's in is problems. It's problems, even though he's attentive, but he has a lot of issues and a lot of secrets about his personal life when it comes down to matters of the heart and love and intimacy. He has issues with that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and lastly, I would like to know, does Will believe in the idea or concept of marriage?
Yes, but everything he said has changed because of the high priestess came out. I'm feeling like his whole idea of religion, beliefs, everything that he believed in when he was young, he doesn't share in a lot of that anymore. He's still working all of that out.
Okay.
It's like he still deal with the darkness and the light and the blending and the ups and the down and putting things. And also, he's a very heavy thinker too. And him and Jada has that in common. He's a deep thinker.
Yes, he's a Libra.
He's a Libra. And he loves beautiful things. And she is a Virgo.
Yes, they're neighbors on the zodiac.
They're neighbors. You have any other questions?
I think I've answered all the questions I could think of.
Well, I think so too. So at the end, is this couple going to keep living the way that they were living? Well, I see the red horse, and that lets me know things go on as usual, but I want to shuffle up these last little bit of cards. Or nope, I can just take it from the middle, right?
Okay.
And I want to know, let me shuffle them. I want to know, what is the ending going to be for this couple for the next year?
Okay.
The next year. What will it be for this couple? What will it be? Here we go. We ready?
Yes. Oh.
Oh. Well, here, what I see a mending of a broken heart.
Okay.
And what I see here is someone is there looking at the broken pieces, reminiscing as the person moving on. But it's like not a regret, but like someone is just looking at at a graveyard, like she's left to do what she wants to do. You want to grieve, grieve. But he's moved on. His heart is healing. What does that mean? Does that mean they're going to stay together? Things go on. It's like, yeah, we've been like this. If she wants to go, she can go. If she wants to file a divorce, she can file a divorce. But I'm getting the impression it's Will that don't believe in divorces. This is it. He'll never marry again. So it's like, this is it. You can go, you can stay. It doesn't matter to him. And it's not done out of love. It's like, I don't know what to do to make you happy. That's what I'm getting. I have no idea. I don't know these people. But what I'm getting, I don't know what to do to fix what's broken in you. I'm not Tupac. I can't fix it. Whatever I've done, I've tried everything. Tried to rub you down to peanut butter and jelly. Everything I could to make you, I can't do it. So he's like, I got to go and fix myself. So he's been fixing his own heart. And he's healing. The daggers are out. He's got a bandage and he's moving on. You see the spilled blood? Mm-hmm. But he's moving on. And he said, if you want to linger around all that old and spilled stuff, here I'm about life. You see here, you see something blue. Here you see something red. You see 2 cups. He's like, if you want to hang around that graveyard reminiscing over what was, do you? He's like, I'm out. And he's healing from it. And that's what I got out of that. And the bottom line of the card is healing, and she could do what she want to do. It's like I'm at peace with it. It's like I had peace. He's not running away. No matter what traps she sets, no matter what she say, it's like I'm dead to it. I'm dead to it. I can't make her happy. And it just seems like it's the most logical thing to do to say get a divorce. But a lot of times, this is what marriage really is. To be honest, many people that stay together are broken like this. But they are not really broken, really, because they can live their lives as they please, and they are still married.
Yeah.
What's so wrong with that?
Nothing.
She can, if she met somebody and she want to get married, hey, what's so wrong with that? I think they both got the best of both worlds. That's what I think. What do you think, baby Crone?
Yes.
Well, I think this is it. What was the number?
Could you move the cards out the way?
I got
please?
you, baby. I ran a lot of cards, huh?
Yes, you did. We had a lot of questions to ask.
I really did.
We had to take a deep dive.
And, Will, are you happy? He's like, I'm the fool, baby. He says, I just keep it moving. He says, when the bullets come, when it comes, we have a 14, a 10, 2, 9, 6, 10, nothing, and a 1.
Okay.
Read again.
Yes.
14, 10, 2, 9, 6, 10, and that's it. And a 1. A 1.
The number is a 7.
And we know what that 7 is. That 7 is like...
a sacred number.
It's sacred, yes. It's a number that's where you're going through the most hardest changes in your life. It's like the 7-year itch. It's like the transitional number. It's like that number where you have to really decide on what it is that you want. It is the number of deadly sins because there's 7. The number of temptation is what I should say. So right now at this number, this seems like this is the number where you have to really, really sit down, take the moment. It's a number of rest, a number to let things play out. Take a moment and think about, is the marriage valuable? Because if you're aiming for a marriage to last, and if this is your marriage, then that's their marriage. They don't work out the kinks in it. I hope they stay married. But I love the fact that if any one of them want to be free at any day, they can do that. But why bother if you don't ever want to marry again?
Yes. Looking into that a little bit, they have been married for 26 years.
Wow.
Yes, but that adds up to the number 8 energy. So shows that they are going through a transformative
Moving
time.
on.
Yes.
That's very transformational for the, like, so I was correct. They are going through a very, very transitional time. And I don't know if she's going to file for a divorce at this point. I don't know. I think that's what the cards are. I think everything is on the table now. I think that don't be surprised if she files for a divorce. But I can assure you this is not something, but if it is, he's willing to do anything. If that's what she wants to make her happy, then he's willing to do it. God bless the man or woman that comes after this.
Yes.
So with that being said,
I have one last revelation to talk about.
oh, please.
Yes. Apparently, as Jada has said, they've been separated since 2016.
Yes.
So they've been separated for 7 years.
Right.
I was trying to figure out where 7 came in.
Yes, 7 years, she said. I truly believe that they were separated longer than that. Well, the camera went out just when I was about to say, I hope you enjoyed that reading of Will Smith. It was really a mild reading. And the overall senses that I get from Will is like he's just tapped out. Like he's just dead to it. Do what you gotta do. It's like, I don't know how to make you happy. And it just seemed like he's like, I'm just not going to try to figure it out anymore. And I think that it's just, it didn't kill their marriage. I think it killed their love life, their intimacy. Okay. I think all of it didn't kill the marriage is what I'm getting. It didn't kill the marriage. It killed their intimacy. And when there is no intimacy and you don't want to be touched, it's no need in sharing a bed anymore. She just didn't want it. Well, that's time for me to go. I hope you enjoyed it. This was kind of sentimental, but all at the same time, I just feel him saying, don't feel sorry for me. I'm good. I'm okay. It took a minute. I had to write a book. I had to deal with my own issues. And he's saying I still deal with them. But don't cry for me, Argentina. He says, I'm okay. No matter what it looks like, he says, I'm okay. The sun's still going to shine on me. My world don't revolve around Jada. And Jada's world don't revolve around me. And I hear him saying he loves her. And she is his wife until she is no more. No matter where she's living. I feel like I'm channeling energy at this point. Is there anything you want the public to know? Don't feel sorry for me. Enough of feeling sorry. Like I said, I had enough of feeling sorry for me. This is my life and I choose to live it the way I live it. And he says he feels though he's a strong man in spite of what people think of him. He has been humiliated. He said definitely he has been humiliated, but he's a strong man, and that there's only so much he's going to allow someone to emasculate him. That's his wife. He's like her, she got issues. And he feels as though he's just tapped out of it. How this going to play out is up to Jada. That's what I get. And I feel as though he's like, I would never stop her from her happiness. It's like he wants her to be happy. And on that, I think I'll leave. Thank you for joining me on my read on Will Smith. Prayers going up that he keeps a sound mind and that he keeps doing whatever he was doing all along. Peace to Will and his family. Sunflowers!